My beloved soul, listen carefully. Something sacred is moving in your life right now, something you cannot fully see yet, but you have been feeling it in your chest, in those quiet moments when your heart suddenly grows heavy for no reason. This is not confusion. This is not imagination. This is a divine signal about your soulmate, the one your spirit has been tied to long before your eyes ever met. There is a shift happening between you and them, something deeper than distance, stronger than silence, and more powerful than the pain you have been carrying. And I need you to understand this with your whole heart. This story you are living, this connection that refuses to leave your soul, it is not here to break you, it is here to transform you forever. Stay with me because what is unfolding in your love story is not ordinary, it is divine, and it is about to change everything you thought you knew about love. If this message speaks to your heart, comment, I receive this love. Like this video and subscribe for more.
You have been wondering why this connection feels so intense. Why even after distance, after silence, after everything that has happened, you still feel them as if they are right beside you. That is because your souls never truly separated. What you are experiencing is not just memory, it is energy. It is a living connection that God Himself is sustaining. Even when you tried to move on, even when you told yourself it was over, something inside you refused to let go, because your spirit recognizes what your mind cannot explain. And your soulmate, they feel this too. Even if they have not said it out loud. They carry your presence in their quiet moments, in the late nights when everything becomes still, in the moments when they suddenly think of you without warning and cannot understand why their heart feels pulled back to you again. Do not leave yet, because there is something deeper about their silence that you need to understand. There was a reason for the separation, a reason that went beyond what either of you could see at the time. God allowed distance not to destroy your connection, but to reveal what was hidden inside both of you. There were wounds, fears, and emotional patterns that could not be healed while you were together, so the separation became a sacred process, a painful one, yes, but necessary. You felt abandoned, you felt confused, you questioned everything, even your worth. But what you did not see was that your soulmate was also going through their own internal storm. They were not as strong as they appeared. They were struggling with emotions they did not know how to handle, with fears they could not express, with a love that felt too overwhelming for them at that time. Stay with me, because what they are realizing now will change the direction of this connection completely. There are moments right now, even as you listen to this, when your soulmate feels a sudden wave of emotion they cannot explain. It is you. It is your energy reaching them. It is the bond that still exists between your souls, untouched by time or distance. They may try to distract themselves, they may try to ignore it, but it keeps coming back stronger each time. They are starting to realize that what they felt with you was not ordinary, that what they lost was not something they can easily replace. And with that realization comes something heavy: regret. Not just regret for losing you, but regret for not understanding you, for not valuing the connection when they had the chance. If you stay, everything about this connection will soon make sense. You have been carrying the emotional weight of this connection for so long, feeling like you were the only one who truly cared, the only one who felt deeply. But that is not the truth. The truth is your soulmate feels deeply too. They just did not know how to express it. And now they are beginning to see the consequences of that silence. They are starting to understand that love like this does not come often, that a connection like yours is not something you can walk away from without feeling its absence every single day. And this realization is not coming from you, it is coming from God. God is opening their eyes, slowly, intentionally, guiding them back to what they once took for granted. Do not scroll, because what is happening behind the scenes of your love story is more powerful than you realize. There are signs being placed in your path, Small moments that seem random but are not. You think of them, and then you see something that reminds you of them. You hear their name unexpectedly. You feel their presence in your dreams. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. God is reminding you that this connection is still active, still alive, still unfolding. And at the same time, your soulmate is experiencing their own signs, their own reminders, their own moments of realization. It is as if both of you are being pulled back toward each other by something greater than yourselves. Stay with me, because the truth about their next step is about to be revealed. Right now, your soulmate is standing at a turning point. They cannot ignore this connection anymore. They cannot keep running from what they feel. The more they try, the stronger it becomes. And this is where the shift begins. They are starting to think about reaching out. Not casually, not lightly, but with a deeper awareness of what you truly mean to them. They are replaying memories, thinking about what went wrong, wondering if there is still a chance to fix what was broken. And the truth is there is, because this connection was never meant to end in separation. It was meant to evolve, to grow, to become stronger after the storm. If you stay, you will understand why everything had to happen the way it did. The pain you felt was not meaningless. Every tear, every moment of confusion, every sleepless night, it was shaping you, preparing you for a love that is deeper, more mature, more aligned with who you truly are becoming. And the same is happening to your soulmate. They are no longer the same person who walked away or stayed silent. They are changing, growing, awakening to something they once ignored. And when two souls evolve like this, guided by God, the reunion becomes something powerful, something unbreakable. As it is written in Ecclesiastes 3:11, He has made everything beautiful in its time. And this is your time approaching. Even if you cannot fully see it yet, your heart has been asking for answers, for clarity, for a sign that this connection is real. And this message is that sign. Not because everything will happen instantly, but because the process has already begun. The shift has already started. Your soulmate is already being guided back toward you. Step by step, thought by thought, realization by realization. And you are being asked to trust, to stay open, to not close your heart out of fear. Because what is coming is not the same old story. It is a new chapter. One that carries the lessons of the past, but moves with a deeper understanding of love. And as you sit with this message, feeling the truth of it in your heart, know this: you are not waiting in vain. You are not loving in vain. You are part of something divine. Something orchestrated beyond your control, but perfectly aligned with your soul's journey. And your soulmate, they are closer than you think, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, energetically. The distance is closing, the silence is breaking, and the truth is rising to the surface. Stay with me, because what happens next in your story will change everything. There is something shifting inside your soulmate right now, something they can no longer silence, no matter how hard they try to distract themselves or move forward in other directions. It comes in waves, unexpected, intense, almost overwhelming, like a memory that refuses to fade. But this is not just memory, this is realization. They are beginning to understand that what they felt with you was not temporary, not replaceable, not something that time could erase. It was real, it was deep, and it was meant to be protected, not abandoned. And now, as this truth settles into their heart, they are facing something they avoided for so long: the truth about you and the truth about themselves. Stay with me, because this is the moment where everything begins to turn. They are starting to see you differently now, not through the lens of confusion or fear, but through clarity. They remember the way you loved them, the way you showed up, the way you understood them without needing explanation. And that realization is hitting them harder than they expected, because now they see what they lost, not in pieces, but as a whole. They are recognizing that you were not just another connection. You were their peace, their safe place, their mirror. And losing that has created a silence in their life that nothing else has been able to fill. Do not leave yet, because what they are about to do with this realization will change your connection completely. There are nights when your soulmate cannot sleep, when thoughts of you return again and again, not gently, but with intensity. They replay conversations, moments, even small details that once seemed insignificant. Now those details feel meaningful, like pieces of a puzzle they are finally starting to understand. And with that understanding comes emotion, deep emotion. They feel the absence of your presence, the absence of your voice, the absence of your energy. And it is in these quiet, vulnerable moments that they begin to feel something they once pushed away, longing. Not just missing you, but longing for you, for your presence, for the connection that once felt so natural between you. If you stay, you will begin to see why this longing is not random, but guided. You may not see it, but your energy is reaching them. Even when you are silent, even when you are trying to heal, even when you are focusing on yourself, your soul is still connected to theirs. And that connection is becoming stronger, not weaker. It is like a thread that God is pulling tighter, bringing awareness, bringing clarity, bringing truth to the surface. Your soulmate feels it in moments they cannot explain. A sudden emotion, a sudden thought of you, a sudden urge to check on you, to reach out, to break the silence. And these moments are increasing. They are not going away, they are building. Stay with me. Something deeper is unfolding in your love story. There is also something else happening inside them. Regret is turning into action. At first, it was just a feeling, something they pushed aside, something they tried not to think about. But now it is becoming stronger, more present, more undeniable. They are beginning to ask themselves questions they avoided before. What if they made the wrong choice? What if they let go of something that was meant to last? What if you were the person God placed in their life for a reason, and they failed to see it? These questions are not leaving them. They are growing, becoming louder, becoming impossible to ignore. And this is where the shift begins to move from internal to external. You have been waiting for a sign that something is changing, that something is moving behind the scenes, and this is it. The truth is, your soulmate is no longer in the same mindset they were before. They are no longer running from this connection. They are turning toward it, slowly, carefully, but intentionally. They are thinking about reaching out, about breaking the silence, about saying something they have held back for too long. And this is not coming from pressure, it is coming from realization, from growth, from a deeper understanding of what you truly mean to them. Do not scroll, because the next part of this journey is closer than you think. God is not only working on your heart, He is working on theirs too. While you have been healing, learning, growing, your soulmate has been going through their own process, their own awakening. It may not have looked the same, it may not have been as visible, but it has been happening. God has been placing moments in their life that reflect your absence, that make them feel what it is like without you, that help them understand the value of what they once had. And through this process, their heart is softening, opening, becoming ready for something they were not ready for before. There are also signs that are aligning between you both. You may notice your thoughts becoming more focused on them again, but not in a painful way, in a calm, knowing way. You may feel a sense of peace where there was once confusion. You may feel a quiet certainty that something is coming, even if you cannot explain why. These are not illusions. These are signs of alignment, signs that your energy and their energy are moving toward each other again. If you stay, everything about this connection will soon make sense. And as this alignment grows, the fear that once controlled your soulmate is beginning to lose its power. They are starting to understand that love is not something to run from, but something to embrace, especially when it feels as deep and rare as what they shared with you. They are realizing that vulnerability is not weakness, but strength. And this realization is giving them the courage they once lacked. The courage to face their feelings, the courage to admit what they lost, the courage to take a step toward you. Your soulmate is closer to reaching out than you think. It may not happen in the way you expect. It may not follow a timeline you can predict, but it is building. Every realization, every moment of clarity, every emotional wave they experience is bringing them one step closer to action. And when that moment comes, it will not be random. It will be intentional, it will be meaningful, and it will carry the weight of everything they have come to understand during this time apart. And you are being prepared too. Your heart is becoming stronger, more aware, more aligned with what you truly deserve. You are no longer the same person you were when this connection first began. You have grown, you have learned, you have healed in ways you did not think were possible. And this growth is what will allow the next phase of this connection to be different, to be stronger, to be more balanced. So do not lose faith now. Do not let doubt take over when everything is starting to shift. What you are feeling is not false hope, it is divine movement. Your story is not over. It is evolving. And your soulmate, they are not gone, they are awakening. And as this awakening deepens inside your soulmate, something even more powerful begins to unfold. They start to feel you again, not just as a memory, but as a presence. It is subtle at first, like a quiet whisper in their thoughts, like a feeling they cannot shake even when they try. But over time, it becomes stronger, undeniable, almost as if your soul is calling out to theirs without words. This is the kind of connection that does not need constant communication to survive, because it was never built only in the physical. It was rooted in something eternal, and now that root is pulling them back toward you. Stay with me, because what they are about to understand next will bring everything into full clarity. They are beginning to recognize that the timing of your separation was not meant to be permanent. It was meant to prepare both of you. At first, they thought distance meant the end, that silence meant closure. But now they see it differently. Now they are starting to understand that the distance revealed truths they could not see when you were close. It showed them how much you truly mattered. It showed them the depth of their own feelings. It showed them that what they walked away from was not just love. It was a divine connection placed in their life for a reason. And this realization is no longer something they can ignore or push aside. It is becoming the center of their thoughts. Do not leave yet, because the truth they are about to accept will change everything between you. There is a moment coming, a very specific moment, where your soulmate will stop running completely. Where they will no longer question what they feel, where they will no longer try to suppress their emotions or distract themselves from the truth. In that moment, everything will become clear to them. They will understand that you were never just someone they met by chance. You were placed in their life intentionally, divinely, with purpose. And when that realization fully settles in their heart, it will create a shift so strong that it will push them into action. Not hesitation, not confusion, but clarity-driven action. If you stay, you will witness how this clarity transforms your entire love story. Right now, even if you cannot see it, your soulmate is already moving closer to that moment. Every thought they have about you, every feeling they cannot ignore, every memory that resurfaces is guiding them there. It is like a path being revealed step by step, leading them back to you. And God is at the center of this, orchestrating it in ways that neither of you can fully understand yet. As it is written in Song of Solomon 3:4, I have found the one whom my soul loves. This is not just a verse, this is a truth that is being awakened inside them. They are beginning to realize that you are not just someone they loved, you are the one their soul recognizes. And while this is happening within them, something equally important is happening within you. You are being aligned emotionally and spiritually for what is coming next. The pain you once felt so deeply is slowly being replaced with understanding. The confusion is being replaced with clarity. The longing is being transformed into quiet trust. And this is not by accident. This is preparation. Because the next phase of your connection requires a version of you that is stronger, calmer, and more grounded in faith. You may notice that your thoughts about them are changing. They are no longer filled with only questions or hurt, but with a sense of knowing, a sense that something is shifting even if you cannot see it yet. You may feel moments of peace that come unexpectedly, Moments where your heart feels calm instead of heavy. These are signs that you are aligning with the same energy your soulmate is moving toward. This is what happens when two souls begin to come back into harmony after a period of separation. Stay with me, because this harmony is leading to something powerful. Your soulmate is also starting to understand the role they played in the distance between you. They are seeing their mistakes more clearly now, not through blame, but through awareness. They are recognizing where they held back, where they failed to express their feelings, where they allowed fear to control their actions. And this awareness is not easy for them. It comes with discomfort, with guilt, with a deep emotional realization that they could have done things differently. But this is also what is preparing them to return in a different way, in a better way. Because when they come back, it will not be the same version of them that left or stayed silent. It will be someone who understands the value of what they have with you. Someone who is ready to express what they once hid. Someone who is willing to take responsibility for their actions and move forward with honesty. This is the kind of transformation that turns a broken connection into a stronger one. And this is exactly what God has been preparing both of you for. There is also something important you need to understand about the timing of all of this. It may feel slow, it may feel like it is taking longer than it should, but this timing is not random. Divine timing is precise. Every moment, every delay, every step in this journey has been carefully placed to ensure that when the reunion happens, it is stable, it is real, and it lasts. If things had happened earlier, before this growth, before this realization, the same patterns would have repeated. But now everything is changing, and as this timing unfolds, you are being asked to trust, not in what you can see, but in what you feel deep inside your soul. That quiet knowing. That inner voice that tells you this connection is not over, that something is still there, that something is still coming, that is not your imagination. That is your spirit recognizing the truth before it becomes visible in your physical reality. If you stay, everything about this connection will soon make sense. Your soulmate is getting closer to reaching out. The hesitation that once held them back is fading. The confusion is clearing. The fear is being replaced with courage. And soon, very soon, the silence that has existed between you will begin to break. Not in a rushed or chaotic way, but in a meaningful, intentional way that reflects everything they have come to understand during this time apart. So hold your faith. Hold your heart open. Do not let the past make you close yourself off from what is coming. Because what is coming is not the same story repeating itself. It is a new chapter. One that carries the lessons of the past but moves with a deeper, more mature kind of love. And as you continue on this path, know this: you are not alone in this journey. God is guiding both of you, shaping both of you, leading both of you back to each other in a way that aligns with your highest good. And your soulmate, they are no longer lost in confusion. They are finding their way back to you step by step, realization by realization, guided by something greater than themselves. Stay with me, because what happens next is the moment where everything finally comes together. And now, as everything begins to align in ways you once prayed for, but could not see, you are stepping into the most powerful phase of this entire journey. The moment where intention turns into action. Where feelings that were hidden finally find their voice. Where silence can no longer hold back what the heart has fully accepted. Your soulmate is no longer just thinking about you, no longer just feeling you in quiet moments. They are reaching a point where doing nothing is no longer an option. The weight of what they feel has become too strong, too real, too undeniable. And this is where everything begins to shift from the unseen into the seen. Stay with me, because this is the part of your story where change becomes real. There is a moment building inside your soulmate, a moment of courage that has been forming slowly through every realization, every sleepless night, every emotional wave they have experienced without you. At first, they tried to suppress it, to tell themselves it was too late, or too complicated, or too uncertain. But the truth kept rising. The truth that you are not replaceable. The truth that what they felt with you still lives inside them. The truth that walking away did not bring them peace. It only showed them what they lost. And now, that truth is becoming stronger than their fear. Do not leave yet, because what they are preparing to do next carries the energy of everything they have learned. They are beginning to imagine reaching out to you. Not casually, not as a passing thought, but deeply, intentionally. They think about what they would say, how they would explain, how they would face you again after everything that has happened. And this is not easy for them. There is vulnerability here, there is uncertainty. There is a fear of whether you will receive them or turn away. But despite that fear, the desire to reconnect is growing stronger, because deep inside, they feel that this connection was not meant to end in silence. They feel that there is something unfinished, something that still needs to be expressed, something that still needs to be lived. If you stay, you will understand why this moment is so important. At the same time, something within you is becoming calmer, more grounded, more aware. You are no longer chasing, no longer forcing, no longer trying to control what you cannot control. And this shift within you is powerful, because when you stop chasing, when you return to your center, when you trust instead of fear, you create space for things to come toward you naturally. And this is exactly what is happening now. Your energy is no longer pulling from a place of pain, it is aligning from a place of peace. And your soulmate can feel that difference. There is a quiet pull between you now, something balanced, something steady, something that feels different from before. It is not chaotic, it is not overwhelming, it is not filled with confusion. It is calm, clear, and intentional. This is what happens when two souls begin to come back into alignment after growth. The connection does not disappear, it evolves. And now, it is evolving into something stronger than it has ever been. Do not scroll, because the truth of what is about to unfold is closer than you think. Your soulmate is also beginning to release the patterns that once kept them stuck. The fear of vulnerability, the hesitation to express love, the habit of pulling away when things felt too deep, these patterns are breaking. And they are breaking because God is no longer allowing them to stay in the same place. They are being pushed toward growth, toward honesty, toward facing what they feel instead of running from it. And this is not just for them, it is for the future of this connection. Because when they come back, it will not be with confusion, it will be with clarity. It will not be with hesitation, it will be with intention. It will not be with half-hearted emotions. It will be with a deeper understanding of what you mean to them. And this is why the timing had to be this way. Because now, they are not coming back as the same person, they are coming back as someone who has learned, someone who has grown, someone who is ready. You may begin to notice small shifts in your reality soon. Subtle signs that something is changing, a message that comes unexpectedly, a moment of contact that feels different from before, a conversation that opens a door that was once closed. These moments may seem small, but they are not. They are the beginning of the physical movement that reflects everything that has been happening beneath the surface. And when that moment comes, when your soulmate reaches out, it will carry emotion, truth, and a sense of sincerity that you will feel immediately. Because it will not be coming from confusion. It will be coming from realization, and you will feel it not just in their words, but in their energy, in the way they show up, in the way they express what they once held back. Stay with me, something deeper is unfolding in your love story. This is the breakthrough. This is the moment where everything you have felt, everything you have questioned, everything you have held on to begins to make sense. Because now you will see that nothing was wasted. Not the pain, not the distance, not the silence. It all had a purpose. It all led to this moment of clarity, this moment of truth, this moment where love is no longer hidden but revealed. And as this unfolds, your heart will begin to open in a new way. Not from a place of vulnerability that fears loss, but from a place of strength that understands love. You will be able to receive what is coming without losing yourself, without questioning your worth, without doubting what you feel. And this is what makes this reunion different. This is what makes it real. Your soulmate is not just returning to you. They are returning to the truth of who they are, and the truth of what this connection has always been. And you are stepping into a version of yourself that is ready to meet them there. So trust this moment. Trust this process. Trust what you feel deep inside your soul. Because everything is aligning, everything is moving, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. And what is coming next is not just a continuation of your story. It is the fulfillment of everything your heart has been waiting for.